Alright, now you should be able to hear me. Forgot that I had muted because I was hitting my vape. I'm just looking at something real quick. So it should be good. It should be louder than the computer and stuff. Alright. Come on. Just want to see what you have in your inventory first, or in your storage.
I'm coming closer. I will catch you.
You have the dark cowgirl.
It goes tick tock, tick tock, tick.
101. Just want to see what they have.
Are you afraid of the dark?
769.
Are you
Yeah,
scared?
she's got really low stats.
I am you.
But I mean, she'd be fun toy. You could definitely anti Chloe. But at higher levels, you might not see them. Try to get the tableau. For like offenses and defense, I mean, you got Chow. You could run.
Keep your music playing, even when you leave the app.
.284, 4, 8, 12, 16. No. 24. 32. See, I'm just trying to think of like where I want to start for the base. She's actually not a bad nuker, but I just want to. Alright, seeing her skills real quick. So I mean, what you could do. So for like your offense. Like, these are just examples. Alright, say you're fighting this guy, kind of thing with your box. You know, you gotta fight. Yeah, I know about like random rooms and shit. I do pretty much the same. But like, something like this with your box. I mean, you could initially try and tank that. You could put in. Yeah, you have a Ganymede. Forgot. trying to figure out like what exactly, like what, you know, where I want to start. This is my enemy, so she's fully skilled. Broken set. Who are you double modding right now? Or who do you have, like who are you focusing? I think you're doing Ganymede, right? Get heal. Protection Gainy. So you can do something like what's smashes, decreases target's defense. And glancing. Like you could run something like him because he's got heal. Glancing, he's got defense break on the first one. And you know, got Ganny, so, and they're fully skilled, so definitely prioritize him. And when Ritesh is fully skilled, because AoE defense break, even though he's single target, it'll still work out pretty well in a Guild War defense. And then you've got, I mean, I don't know if you're trying to do the Special League or RTA, you'd have to craft a team around specific mons, like so that's why people have Konami and Tion. They both do the same thing pretty much, except one's just, you know, cleanse, heal, the other one is revive. So, but it's a second skill, that's why they're essentially using it in RTA. But it's like you'd have to craft around him, and they're usually with like super fat, strong Lucian comps. That'd be tough. I mean, I would stick with more just like Bruiser, because you have good Bruisers, especially like Chow. I would honestly, because it doesn't take much, you know. Dragon Knights are pretty, they skill up pretty fast. So, there's him. He's, you know, he could be really good. I would put him on Violent. Violent, Nemesis, Will, you know, whatever you can, even just Broken, but definitely Violent. Will would probably be the best, because Will is usually always the best for PvP. And then Chandra, see, it's tough because like the AoE slow, that's always cool, and the first skill stun, that's not bad, you know. But defend is just like, I mean, you could just take him out. So like Chandra's, he's a bruiser, alright, bruiser, if you pair him with the right comp, I guess. Yang, you could use her for like she could be your like how I have my Annabelle as my heal, cleanse, and partial damage dealer for raids. You could just make her into that, but you have to focus like your sets on her for that reason. You can't just, you know, spread them around. Like that's what I did my last couple, like last free rune removal. The one before that was I had to do, you know, I crunched all my runes. That's why my Ritesh is the way he is, and like some of my other mons right now. That's all gonna fucking change anyways. But there's I mean, you could try like different builds. You don't have to stick with the same ones. You just have to get used to playing with those new builds. For him, you know, you'd want him like fast and stuff. Fast and violent, being used around raids, so, but you'd have to incorporate use her, Qua as your damage dealer. You can even have him as your damage dealer. Like I'm thinking about taking him out and replace with my monkey, or even one of my other, like maybe my Wind Homie or something, and just make, you know, him a damage dealer / cleanse, but you have to build him, you know, he's got to be tanky, but he's also, you know, he's got to do damage too, and he's got to be fast. Like, there's this kid, he posted just, and I just look at these to get an idea. I mean, yeah, C2, whatever, but like, granted, he's got low base stats. You got to push, like, you know, plus at least 12,000 for HP. Damage is whatever, you know, try and do what you can. You got to have him, you know, at least like an additional 549 defense, you know, minimum. So he's got 1,100, 1,200, and then just fast like he's got now. You can do speed, or not speed, you can do vamp, whatever, but make sure he's got high resistance if you're going to use him. But you could essentially run him and Hua as your main damage dealers, her as your cleanser / damage dealer, but she's got to be, you know, 200 speed minimum. That's the absolute minimum for, you know, a cleanse like that. Well, I guess if she's your solo cleanse, then you run 200 speed minimum. But if you're gonna pair her with, who are you using for your cleanser? Who's your other cleanser? I could just go and look. I forgot. Oh, it's not gonna show it because I'm on public. Because it's on a new device, so it's not gonna show you. Oh yeah, it's preset. Oh, and you have Kona. Okay. Oh well. I mean, that is a good team, regardless of how you look at it. You might not even have to run. Yeah, like, if say this is your team, Diaz and Panda. Wrong team. Diaz and Panda on front. Fire Panda or other Panda. Wind Panda. I just want to see something. To them. Yo, what's up, dude? How you been, man? And then there's, what the fuck else did you have? Niang. So that's your team. Fuck yeah, dude. Loved MK9. I really wish they would do a remake, but, you know, of course, we're never gonna have that because NRS fucking hates us and they give us garbage games like MKX and Injustice. So, I'm just waiting for, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and then I'm just gonna play that competitively. Yeah, Sal, do, I mean, this essentially could be your team. It's just all about room quality, so you'd want her, like I said, get her to 200. I know, right? Remake a remake. Make her 200. If you want her, that's good. She needs more HP. There's Diaz, and like, yeah, you don't even have to, like, don't even. I tried to force a revenge set on my Darren before, and it was terrible. Not terrible that it was a bad set, but I could have gotten a better set if I just went straight up broken. So I mean, like, don't even just if you can go broken. Like, you see mine. The only reason why mine has whatchamacallit, like, the only reason why mine has will runes on here is just because that has HP 24% sub and that has 32% defense on my HP. That's the only reason why I have these 2 will runes, and since they don't have speed and it's only in those 2 right here, that's the sole reason why I just have this will set on him. But everything else is broken. I just forced this on him because I wanted to get that additional 10% to everybody with how I have my team, even though it doesn't fucking matter. And you know, just so you can like pick whatever and just go broken, man. But like look for that 1 or 2, you know, specific substat for when you go to try to amplify it, because that's what I learned was just certain mons and certain things, it's different, you know, you have to play a different way, but you can just go full broken as long as like it's mainly like damage dealers or something like Diaz, where their sole purpose is just to be a tank, you know, they don't do anything else. Which is always a good thing too, you know. So I mean, you know, you could run, it's basically just all about stats, and that, you know, I don't know entirely, like,
Seeing all the reasons we should forget about this place, but I don't wanna leave
see here.
if you're just gonna stay. Changing like the seasons, been wasting all this time. Should be like satellites cast beyond the sky. Leave our fate for another.
It's probably just like a troll defense or something like that, I'm assuming.
We'll find our way. We'll leave our fate and fade into the night. Just follow me to paradise. Say we tried.
Yeah. I mean, for like a defense, so you could put like, you know, Ritesh, I'm not gonna save it. So if she's your fastest, I would do something like, alright, so just something like this, because you got defense break, you got your, you know, defense break with Ritesh, and you've got heal with him, and then with Kabir you've got obviously attack bar boost, and then her, you know, can't crit her and whatever, and then you've got Velajul for cleanse. So, you know, and additional attack bar boost, so you'll go even faster. So it'd all be about another, you'd probably, I mean, you could even go something like this, possibly, because you're getting, like, you know, Ritesh heal, you've got, attack bar boost, all that other stuff, and then you've got, you know, attack bar manipulation, strip on first skill, and ventilate. So you really could, you could run something like this. The only thing is you have to have your Kaguya as your fastest mon, and then like this gets kind of tough because with going first, if they bring full will, Ritesh goes for defense break, it's not going to happen, and everything. But even though you might not get the defense break out of whatever happens on it, like, if this was mine, and this is just an example, I can probably craft you something a lot better. You know, I mean, shit, you could even do something like that. But if you were to truly do something like this, Kaguya goes first, Gemini goes second, Ritesh goes third, and then, you know, your Velajul goes next to give everybody immunity, and then you're like, alright, I'm good. You know. Or you could essentially just forget him, and you could run, you know, double beast one. Sometimes their AI could be dumb and they won't go for third skill. But even here, like, you've got double heal and everything, but you don't have cleanse. That's the only bad part to it. I mean, you could even run something like her, even though, well, no, not really. Defense, but that's only if it was actually hitting. I mean, or dude, like, you can even, you know, right there, just, you have to make sure that, you know, for the most part, that it's speed tuned. But the way it has to work is your Veligial, basically, in my opinion, should go last, so that at the end of the turn, he's not only giving you, you know, an attack bar boost, but he's also giving you the immunity. Because there could be a, you know, could be a fastest base speed, well, attack bar boost or base speed in the game. So, you know, she should buff everyone up, but the speed tuning is going to be tough depending on how you do it, like how fast you make them and everything. So, aside from that, I mean, you could have two threats. There's your immunity. You got Ritesh heal, defense break on Ritesh, and Theo. Like, this could legit be a, aside from Pisama being leader right here, this could basically be a G3 defense, because you have Kaguya, you have basically everything that you need. That's what, when I was talking to Tenzin, when he was telling me about stuff, that he made mention of it a little bit, and like, it got me to really actually see, you know, how easily you can just do it. You just got to make sure you have all the separate components, and just, like I said, or that, or even run Gani, but it could be possibly Lucian. Like, with Lucian teams, if they know they're not going to outspeed you, if you're getting Lucian, it's usually by like a Leo, something, you know, any mon may guarantee that next turn, and then just at Lucian's kind of thing. So, I mean, I would try that. You could even do something, like I said, something like that, or with Gani as a leader. You know, and that's just like one initial one that I came up with. I mean, you could probably even do something like, you know, have him and, you know, I don't know, Gani or Gemini. Well, Gemini maybe wouldn't work so much because you want an AoE move after. Yeah, they would have to, you know, Ritesh would have to be violent. Him, Veligial, you can make violent. You can make him swift, but yeah, Will. I would try to get Will on everyone. If not, Ritesh can go with, like, if you can't get Will, I mean, you gotta just make sure you outspeed them. But if they've got, you know, faster speed leader, but people do fear the Kaguya, man. If I had a Kaguya, I'd have a 311 Kaguya. But it all depends too on, like, how far do you want to condense your rooms, and how much do you, like, where do you want to leave yourself. Like, I condensed my rooms. Like, what I just want to show you something real quick. Like, out of my total number, you know, I have like 90 whatever, 6 stars, 90, 91, 92, I don't fucking remember. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. Well, aside from some, it's like 40 mons in total that I'm using. So if you could try and condense your 284 runes down to condense your 284 runes down to, like, you know, plus whatever's on the mons that you have right now. If you can do that, you can, you know, you'll be able to get what you want to go. But you have to not, you know, spread them. Like, in my opinion, in other ways, like, just pick a dungeon that you want to focus on, and then just focus on that dungeon. Because, I mean, you know, there's you know, like, there's ways that you can get around it. It's just you gotta condense. Yeah, so I can't put it on slot ones. And seeing, like, speed runes, I mean, it is nice if you can get better, you know, other subs, but, like, you know, it is good. They're 5 stars, 6 stars, they're both fine. Just make sure the rest of your, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runes are a lot better. Like, even though, you know, for yours, like, you've got 17 crit rate and the rest of it's not all that great, that's alright, because you can have that, like, as a starter and then go even further from there. Glad to see you there, man. A little bit, you know, a little under 2 hours, I'll be ready. Doing, Guildmate of mine, doing a review of his account and going through some of his stuff right now. It's a mobile game I play I was telling you about. Yeah, like, this will be a good room, and you can even, because you've got, you know, that defense, legendary defense conversion, this will actually be a really good room because of how everything went in. Definitely on an attacker though, or somebody like heal is based off of attack. You know, like, that'd be a good Annabelle or you know, Huahi rune, pretty much. I know she's got that one. Yeah, that's even better because of the speed. It's on my other phone, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. They got screen mirroring apps, and that's pretty much, you know, I let it mirror on my computer, and then, you know, I just capture the screen and stuff. I can still, like, I can use my computer and stuff. It's just, you know, sometimes easier to, you know, go through and use the actual phone and everything, or tablet, you know. So, no, that's a good room. That defense. For him, we got accuracy, defense. Yeah, it's you should check the game out. It's pretty cool. It's called Summoner's War. You've probably seen commercials about it. Like, it's really intricate, man. You've got, you know, like, all different kind of mods. This is, you know, Selman, my Guildmate's box. So, like, you've got all different mods. They've all got their different uses. And what I'm doing right now, looking at these things, these are runes. This is how you build them and make them stronger and stuff. It's, to a degree, it's got a really deep meta to it, but above everything and anything, it's all speed meta. So, you know, you want speed on everything be as fast as possible kind of thing. It's tough. It's lots and 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 lots of grinding. Just never-ending farming for the rest of your fucking life. But it's fun. Yeah, you can run like budget runes, man. Like on your Spectre, you don't have to run anything too crazy as long as they just get the job done, so you can use your better runes. But like I said, you gotta really crunch and condense them. But I mean, so far, like, you know, you've got pretty good runes, you know, for where you are right now. I don't know how you feel about certain, that could roll well. How you feel, you know, about certain runes and stuff. Like these are world boss runes. You could just plus these up and stick them on, you know, anything that you don't use. Pretty much like a second galleon or whatever. Anything that's 5-star max. Just mostly anything that rolls doesn't roll well, you know?
What if I go stronger? What if I get higher? What if I start doing things I know
What's up, dude?
I will regret? I will make my own way.
Just going through Solomon's account.
I will do my best until I get put under. What if I go stronger?
Is your Stella skilled up? Ooh, honestly, dude, like, in my personal opinion, wait until Stella's ruined up before you use her. She doesn't really need to be for raids. She has to be, which is good. You've got that third max. You could even use her with like, you know, like if you have copper, what you do, you could have copper and, what is it? Do you have a bulldozer built? You don't have a bulldozer built, right? And you know what? Like, they say to have, you know, you probably want him bulldozers next. They say you want to have him as despair, which is great for the stuns, but I mean, that's only if you're really trying to go for top runner. I don't really like this. I'm gonna skip this song. I'm gonna let it play for close to 2 minutes. We got it, YouTube.
I think we should say it.
Sounds like a fucking 70s porno. It's funny. So, that's hilarious. Kuma's good. Do you have his last... Oh, you've got him fucking max. Pretty much. Okay. You can kind of cheat a little bit. Not cheat, but if you've got the speed on your energy runes, you can get by with certain things. 9. Villagel is 107. Alright, so this is where we'll start. For your defense, does Bernard have your fastest Swift set? Yeah, for Gemini real quick, you can, yeah, I could probably go through and get him faster, but for like Gemini, you could even put him on Swift, man. Put him on Swift because he's still gonna do his job, he's just not gonna stun, and all you're really trying to do is script, and I think people forget about that. Like, Bernard, him, 2 fucking AoE attack cruisers, GG's. Not all the time. Or well, now you got Kaguya, so. I'd probably take him out and either put take him out and either put in I mean, if you had like a, oh no, because you've got a cleanser, you could put her, like if she was violent, super tanky and fast, you know, like I said, 200 speed, you could initially stick her on defense, initially, just to add for, you know, the variety of elemental, you know, elements where you got all 3 rolling in there. Or, I mean, dude, you could even run something like that. She'd have to be same thing, tanky, fast, and well. But the problem with that is he's your only threat, is your Panda. So you want to run double threat. In my opinion, since you've already got defense break and all that other junk going on, I would run Chandra or Shazam, because he's got that heal. And that heal is what you want, because now you've got heals from both your mons. You've got attack bar boost, attack bar boost, cleanse, and you've got defense break on both first skills of Panda and Shazam. So like that would be that one set. And so since he's already got his stupid insane HP Shazam, now that he's got that defense 44% guild battle lead, he can do what he wants to do. No, I'm not on EU, I'm on global. And then for your second one, I mean, your second one you can run like that, or you could you could run the whole Chasun game that everybody does, but you gotta make sure your Chasun is, like, that's pretty good. I would try to probably get her faster maybe, with maybe like 3,000 more HP. But it all depends on like where your runes are going. You really gotta, like, if you want that, something similar like this, or even, you know, something like that with your Guild War defense, because this is a guild, you know, the one on the right team too. It works, but once you find that team that beats it, it doesn't work. That's the only thing, unless, you know, crazy, stupid, violent box, all that bullshit. But the speed has to be there. I mean, you could even try and, like, I switched mine up earlier today, in all honesty, you could, but same thing, you have to cater to Shion Will. She would have to be Will. And you could run, where the fuck is he? You could run something like that. Something like that, or even something like that. Actually, yes, run this. This is basically what you want for your Guild War defense, in my honest opinion. Because of how everything you got, even though on Team 2 you don't have any cleanse, that's okay because you still have attack bar boost, defense break, heal, attack, you know, 2 attackers, which is what you basically want in some way, shape, or another. But what I would do is I would build your Theo. Like, that's actually a really good Theo, but I would try to get him on Violent and give him like 10,000 HP. 10,000 HP with, you know, relatively fast and everything. And then with Ritesh, try to do that. So, like, definitely this should be, you know, the next Guild War defense that you should cater to. So when you're runing tomorrow, you know, if you're trying to just think of solely like Guild War defense, offense, and arena defense kind of thing, cater your runes first, you know, without trying to ruin, like, don't worry about your dungeon teams. Dungeon teams you can take care of last because you can bite the bullet and run, you know, slower teams as long as your PvP is on deck. You know, as long as that's on point, you can do what you gotta do. I should probably turn my light on. So, like, that's pretty much what you're gonna want to do and stuff. And then from there, cater to like your offensive runes and things that you want there and whatnot. So, like, that should be it. Hopefully, you know. Yeah. But I don't know how this is gonna work out. It's got 15. I mean, you could essentially run something maybe with that. maybe do something right here. But oh, I'm good. Yeah, I have food.
Get 3 months of music with no interruptions.
So maybe that'll work.
Leave the app. Or when you go offline. Listen to it all ad-free.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer.
He's got
Ashamed to be alive. Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take.
I'm just putting speed P
Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in the shade. Going louder, we are all one color. Standing in the way. Don't look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in the shade. Going louder, we are all one color. Standing in the way. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Shadows, shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in their shade. Going louder, we are all one color. Standing in their way.
with Violent Canny. Maybe Swift Canny. No, Violent Canny for sure. Yeah, I mean, you could probably maybe run something like that, or yeah, I mean, you like I said, you could run maybe something like this for a Theo build, and yeah, you lose 8 speed, and you lose a little bit of damage and health, but I mean, he'll be on violence.
Keep your music playing, even when you leave the app.
So I don't know if that's worth it or not. Maybe just stick with that build, because I mean, in all honesty, like the way looking at it, it doesn't seem worth it. Because you're still losing attack and a lot of crit damage. I mean, at least this way. Just want to see how much she actually hits for it. Because it does damage the way that I want that, well, not want, but the way that it should. Wow. Well, that's not good. Gotta make your galleon faster. So 30k is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you could leave him on that. He's just not gonna go proc crazy, so I mean, maybe just leave him on that build that you got. The only thing though, in my opinion, for you to run that defense though, you want to have Ritesh be faster than Theo so that he can defense break, hopefully, and then Theo can do his thing after. If they play it safe, Theo could be taken out. That's true. Actually, instead of Theo, use Chow. That's use Chow instead of Theo. Because Chow's gonna heal himself. Where and you've already got Chow built fairly decent, and so he's gonna heal himself. And I don't know, because I mean Theo, if somebody does destroy Theo and then he does get his turn after a defense break and he one-shots someone, he's guaranteed dead after that. I mean, like, that's honestly what I would do for your defense and like an offense. Is it so Guild War offense? Say you're fighting someone like this guy, right? Probably something like Velajewel. Ryan. And maybe like another bruiser or something. Maybe like Ritesh. Make sure you've got at least Will on, and hope to hell that Orion doesn't strip the Will off your Orion if you have Will on your Orion. I mean, it's like that's how I get by on certain things. I manipulate. So like I know Sierra's gonna go for a Watermon, so I bring a Watermon that has Will, and she just uses her bomb. And because I got Will, it just strips. But if they have an Orion with it, then it's kind of tough. So I either have to bring something that's got shield to offset the chance of my Will being stripped, or just pray and hope that Orion doesn't strip Will off my Watermon. Kind of thing. Or some stupid shit where Sierra doesn't go for the mon that I want her to. Something like that maybe. It's tough though, it's a tough play against a team like that. Like a team like this, you want to either outspeed and then make sure you take out the Sierra and then let them do their thing, or have somebody that can be faster than that Orion to reset the Sierra, and then Orion goes. Then you go from there, like, you know, an Okeanos kind of thing. That's really, you know, what makes that team a lot easier to beat. But other than that, I mean, you got to play it like super safe and just hope to hell RNG doesn't fuck you. And like that bottom team, you know, I mean, you could even you could nuke it out. It's a little risky if, you know, Theo decides to violent proc and shit like that. So I mean, you could for something like this, actually, I would definitely bring, like, what the fuck is he? Oh, because you already fought, that's why. But I would bring Panda, Chow, you know, Panda lead, Chow, and then like either Chasoon or, you know, another good heal, probably Chasoon. So like I would definitely do, you know, Panda, Chasoon, Chow, and just go at them. You know, even if they got like Chasoon, Theo, Coom, Cayman, I call him Cayman, or Cayman, you can bring that team. That team's safe. You just got to make sure that, you know, you and everybody else doesn't fuck your day up. So in order for that to happen, you got to have fairly decent speed to contest with whatever speed they're, you know, dealing with. Or I mean, you can even bring your Ganny, reset the Theo, but make sure that your next Mon can one-shot that Theo before anything happens. And then all you have to do is just make sure you have enough damage to take out Heyman and Ritesh, and not get, you know, schooled by a Ritesh. And but like I said, you gotta critique your runes to this purpose. You know, your basic Galleon, I mean, it's even risky if you could even on this team, Galleon, Amir, and Bernard. If you know, knew that your Amir was gonna basically just body at least the Sierra and hopefully the Orion. But that's really about it. Or, I mean, you could even play it safe too, bring an Emma on. Yeah, Emma's on low right now, so you could bring Emma. Yeah, like Emma, Ritesh, Velajuel. You can bring, like, think of when you're fighting, like I used to do a lot of YOLO, just try to go safer and safer comps when you fight. And your fights 9 out of 10 times will have you come out as the victor. Certain comps, like I get fucking irritated, you know, when I use Olivia, Bulldozer, Copper, and it's working out well, and all of a sudden some stupid shit happens. That's why I get pissed, because the stupid shit isn't because I necessarily brought a bad team or the wrong team. It's because they went some dumb shit, and that's why I lost. Where if maybe I brought like a slightly safer team, when that dumb shit did happen, I wouldn't have died, I would have survived. So, you know, that's one thing to take into consideration sometimes too. That you gotta be selective with your offenses. I mean, you could even, you know, like use Tessa. Like even in this one, that bottom one, use Tessa for the Cayman, but you gotta make sure your Tessa's, you know, like really tanky. Like I know you got just random runes on for him, but like when I go to Guild War defense, I think I have him out. Like I'll show you my Tessa real quick, and I'm gonna change him up. I might even just completely de-rune him and not use him anymore. But like, you know, these are the stats that I have on my Tessa. You know, it's just because I wanted to be able to bring him to Guild Wars and basically have him do what needed to be done, you know, as far as surviving and shit. You know, against like Caimans and all that. So you can even run like Caiman, Chasun, Chow, or not Chow, or yeah, Chow, but someone, Chasun, Chow, like another nuker, or you can run Ritesh or somebody else when you're going against the Cayman. You know, oh yeah, Tessa, Chow, Chasun. That's what it is. Tessa, Chow, Chasun. You can run against those comps, but you got to make sure Castillo's going to go for Tessa, that Tessa doesn't get rocked. Yeah, I'm going to go through your runes for probably like the next 20 minutes to a half hour. Something like that. It might be shorter because what I want to do, because right now, I mean, aside from, you know, what you have on, you've got 2, 8, and 4. I'm not going to mess with whatever grinds that you have. But, like I said, I'm not going to sell anything because you can make up better sets. Like if, you know, you had one that was, like something like that. I mean, the whole entire set could be extremely godlike, and then you unfortunately have to have that for a crit damage set. That's fine, because the rest of the set compensates for that one bad rune, and that's how you're condensing it. I mean, so like, you know, but also don't be afraid to sell your rune. So like, if this is your only crit damage rune, you've got that one. I mean, you know, you could even sell that rune. I don't mean, you know, like if you know they're junk rune, you know, sell it. Sometimes you don't know with other runes, like this rune, you might be like, oh, it's not all that great, or whatever. Like, it's, you know, it's an okay rune. You can use that on, you know, pretty much anybody in the future. You never know. So, like, it is tough to know, like, and say what to keep and what not to keep, because you really don't know what could be used. Like, I had runes that I was like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. You know, runes something like this, like, what do I gonna use it? Attack, HP, speed, and accuracy. Like, I'm never gonna. And then you pull an Annabelle or something, you're like, oh wait, I have perfect runes. Like, I have perfect runes for, well, like, the runes in my box for a Kamiya, but I don't have a Kamiya. And it's just, it is what it is. So, like, it's tough to say what can go and what shouldn't, because you could even do, like, you know, stupid broken sets. No. Good thing you didn't have the mana. Because, like, and this is just an example. You know, you can seriously just go through either or, like, they're both good. I mean, you know, and that's essentially, like, how you can go through it. Like if you're building a fat Lucian or a speed Lucian, you know, you just gotta figure out what substats and everything that you want. Like right there, like, you know, perfect example. This could be your new Lucian. I wouldn't exactly do that just because of these two runes, because, you know, you might want to keep your Theo the way he is. So I mean, yeah, like you could even run, even if you didn't want to do that, you could still do that, and then yeah, or even something similar like that, like plus 84. But yeah, he lost a lot of crit damage, which is crazy. Yeah, I was just throwing stuff on, but I mean, you could, you know, there's different things. What do you mean by R5 runes? There's yeah, I know like you want to stay in R5, but I mean, as far as staying in, hold on 1 second, I gotta send a message. So, for R5, I mean, like, do you want me to, like, because for your team, because it, well, I'm just trying to, like, I mean, that's not a problem, you can even stay there all month. I'm just trying to think of, because of the runes that you have, how to go about it. Like, she should be violent. If she's not violent, she's got to be, you know, she's got to have a lot of speed, like plus 115 if she's non-violent, in my opinion. Otherwise, violent, you want her around 200 in addition, you know, if she's your solo cleanse. And if you're bringing Kona with you as a cleanser, then, you know, you can do that too and just run double cleanse. But you got to get speeds up, at least a little bit more speed on both of them. Jasoon. So you said you run so you have that and Fire Panda, right? Frontline Miang. Okay. Now what else do you want? I mean, is this the team that you want to run? See, frontline Miang might be tough to hold because of her low defense. That's possible, but the thing is, I mean, like, dude, for you to run a frontline Miang, you gotta have really good rune quality for, like, that specific purpose. And then she's gotta be fast. Like I said, 200 speed, you want, your Carlene's good at where she is for speed. And then your Kona's gotta be around 200 speed for that to initially work. Like, that's why when you look at mine, for instance, the reason why mine works so well is because, like, I have, you know, I have my 2 tanks. That's why I built my guy as HP crit damage defense. I just want him to tank. So that's, you know, and I have, like, you know, defense 32, 25, 15, 20, you know, that's 19. These are just like smaller ones, but they've all got, you know, relatively high substats for me to run, you know, a front line with plus 16,000 and then plus 12,000. Plus he's also got 747 base defense. He's got 681 base defense. Whereas you got, you know, like 659. Hers is low. 500 might be doable, but even 500 is kind of tough. Because, like, even for Annabelle, you know, I had to run a defense rune, but it's only because of the high HP that I have everything, and, you know, she could probably run frontline, but I don't, mainly because I find it's kind of risky. So, like, it really is tough as to which you want to tear in for Miang. Like I said, like, she's got to be really fast too, so. Might be able to get by with that, so. I mean, it might be something like this. She'll have, if you do it this way, she'll have, you know, over 30,000, close to 30,000 HP, while being 187. But the defense, yeah, frontline Miang. What honestly I would do, so I mean, you can honestly, like, I would run him. And then Panda. In all honesty, I mean, you probably do run this raid team, but this is the team that you pretty much should be running, because at least you have resistance leader, or you've got, you know, crit rate leader. If you absolutely need a defense leader, then you can put in your, you know, fire panda if you do decide to keep him built. But I mean, the thing though you have to do is she needs to be 30 speed faster and on violent. You know, and oh yeah, wait. Her heal's based off of attack. That's right, I forgot. In all honesty, I wouldn't worry about the heal much from her. I would do like a speed HP attack, or speed HP defense, or speed HP, and just run her as a second cleanser. You know, removing everything, get rid of the heal block. That's honestly the way that I would run her. Just as like a secondary cleanser that's gonna do damage, in addition to using her Colleen, which is gonna be the mon that's doing most of your heals. But the slight additional heals from her is gonna help, and the heals from him when he puts his, you know, one thing on. And then you've got your attack bar manipulation right here. I'd probably just keep that the same if possible. Dude, I mean, you can even run an HP rune. Like, as long as you have a like with a fatal set, you can even run an HP rune if you absolutely have to. Just so that, you know, she sustains. Yeah, I got a couple minutes for that. Yeah, definitely, I would definitely try to run this team. Like I said, the only thing you really would need to do is definitely try to get her violent and 30 speed faster, but also while keeping, you know, that same resistance, so that she can do her thing and not get stun locked and all that other garbage. It depends. Like, even something like this, you know, I mean, you can try to run get him on like a Watermon that's got Shield Will, so that, you know, the Orion doesn't strip it off her, so that basically your Sierra can go for that Watermon, and since it's gonna have Will, hopefully the bomb is gonna be wasted, and then you just use the cleanup crew by killing Sierra, and, you know, then work on the Perna or the Orion. Something like this, and it all depends on how you cater to. Like, even if you could technically just nuke this team, but the problem is, you know, you don't know if they've got Will, so you got to bring safe comps. And so, saying if you have copper, you could build. You could use, you know, use copper, put copper on Will. Even like the spot, put copper on Will. Well, no, because then even that segment would go for that copper. So you get stuff like, I like using Orion on mine because, you know, like even something like that, yeah, you're gonna get outsped. But if your Orion has Will, you know, it helps to compensate for stupid bullshit if they go faster, because hopefully if the Will on my Orion isn't stripped, he'll just try to, like I said, Cyril will just try to put the bomb on. I mean, you know, like I said, there's different ways you can go about it. You can use Theo. Like, it's tough. How can I explain it or show you? Because I don't have. Because I'm on a different device, so my teams aren't saved on this one if I were to log into my account. But I mean, you could even use Luna. She would just have to be, you know, speed, crit damage, attack. I mean, it's kind of tough to really say, like, this is the one comp that you're supposed to use all the time and every single, like, you have to cater your comps to different teams. So, you know, I don't just run one or two teams, I run several different teams, and I change it up all depending on what they have in their lineup. But I mean, you know, Ritesh is great to use. He's great to use. I mean, like, dude, you have Ganymede for offense, but you don't want to overdo it. We're like, oh, I've got 2 nukers and no healers. Bring 1 nuker, a healer, and then somebody else. You know, an attack bar booster kind of thing. That's why you want to save comps. You know, like, you've got Veligul. Use Veligul as, you know, an attack bar. Alright, so you're not going to outspeed the first one. You know, so, or even if you do. Kamiya, Veligul, whoever, you know, Kamiya, Veligul. You could technically even run something like this. It would be annoying as hell. I mean, you can run a comp like that. You can run... I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do. If you had Will on your copper, you could run, you know, something like her, copper ever chooses her copper, and then your Wind Panda, because he's got that 44 defense and heal. You could even run something like that, but you got to make sure that both her and him, you know, and your copper have Will on them. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do, like, this bottom one. That would be perfect comp for it. Wind Panda, copper, and Emma. Perfect comp. You could absolutely destroy that, but you have to make sure that you, again, cater to specific needs. So you'd want your copper to have Will in the case that, because he's going to be slow, so you want him to have Will. But you have her on Will also, so that she can definitely get off the shield move at the same time and protect everybody else. And since, you know, even him, they scale off defense for the defense leader and even more defense from the defense buff, you're not only going to be safe because there's heals from her and heals from him, but you've also got the damage buff from the defense buffs, all fucking everywheres. You know, so like, that's a comp you could potentially use. It might not work in every single thing that you fight, but it could be a really good comp that works in most fights. Because you've got Panda, which when Panda's OP, you've got heal and defense buff, and then you've also got ignore. It doesn't like Hopper whatsoever. Then you've also got ignore defense. You know. So, but you got to make sure that your Copper has substantial defense to, you know, hit that ignore defense. I mean, like this, you know, for something like that, you could easily, you know, Amir, Galleon, Bernard, you know, Bernard, Galleon, Amir, whatever, Galleon, Bernard, Amir, this first team. But the thing is, you need to know for a fact that your Bernard is going to outspeed the Chloe, and that your Amir is going to be able to go right after and take out that Sierra, even if that Sierra has will. That you'll, you know, you should be able to do first skill or something and take that out that Sierra in one shot. And that's just an easy way to win that kind of specific build battle. Other than that, because if you know you're not going to be able to outspeed, then you're going to have to deal with, you know, the strip from Praha, and then deal with fucking Sierra bullshit. That's what makes it tough. Same thing, like even the bottom team. Like the bottom team, honestly, the only threat is Rakan. So you could bring, you know, somebody that's going to take Rakan hits. Okay, he can take Rakan hits and do defense break and blah 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 blah. Or you know, he can take Rakan hits, something like that, or even, you know, like I said, it's different. It's sometimes tough because it all depends on the comps that you fight. And then, you know, you could go your Theo right here at the end, or do, Theo lead, and then, you know, have him there, because now you've got heal, you've got immunity, attack bar boost, and then you've got your damage dealer. And in this specific situation, I would probably take out either the Chloe or not the Chloe, the Chasun or the Annabelle first. Whoever I take out first, and I work on the next one, and basically save Rakan for last. But I have to make sure that my, you know, if I'm going to use Ritesh as a healer, and that I got to make sure that he's fast enough to keep up with everything else. If he's only got plus 50 speed, he's not going to be able to keep up. If he's got plus 100 speed, then he's got a really solid chance at keeping up. So that's something that you need to, you know, take into consideration also with your offensive comps. You know what I mean? I can't, like, I literally can't just say use this, and that mod, when it all depends on what team you're going against. I mean, there's, you know, I guess like a safe team would be, like I said, your Panda, Copper, Emma. That to me is a relatively safe team, as long as you have the speed there with everything. You know, the right sets with Will Williams and shit. Or even like the one I just said, you know, there's Theo, Vela, Jewel, and Ritesh. That could be another good one, but you gotta make sure your Ritesh is fast enough, you know, and everything. I mean, you could even use her as a fire nuker. Her, Orion, and Chasun. Bam, there's, you know, and then just run that, because you're focusing heals and things on that main attacker, while everything else you're getting your support from the attacker boost, the buffer, and everything else. But you gotta make sure you have heals. So, you know, that's, in my opinion, some of the stuff that you can run, you know. So yeah, you know, I hope my babbling for the last hour and 41 minutes has helped. But I'm gonna cut it here. You know, I'll try to, you know, I hope I did the best that I could with that, you know, and helping you out. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream, get some food, and then gotta get ready for my tournament in the next half hour. So I'll make sure I log out of your account. So yeah, thanks guys. Thank you, Salman. Hopefully, you know, everything works out, and I hope that I helped you with everything that you can. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my YouTube in a couple minutes. So within like the next 15 to 20 minutes, half hour tops, it should be on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'll do that. Peace guys.